Second topic of this week is story writing, which is not at all a new topic for you. You have been writing stories since years and you must have written lots of stories. We don't only write stories, but we tell stories in everyday life also. When we telling any incident happened to anyone, or we watch a movie, or we read a novel, all of these are stories and all of us are storytellers. The objective of today's lesson is to not only to write a story but how to write an interesting story. Let's see that how can we do that. First of all, we have to collect ideas for the story we are going to write. Experiences usually help to build good plots. When we listen lots of things from our surroundings, we must keep them in our mind and we use them when we are writing, sitting and writing a story. Find inspiration from real people. When you hear stories from your friends, your mates, your siblings, your parents, uh, make them an inspiration to use them in the stories later on. Keep the amazing, unusual, strange, irrational stories you hear and use them for your own purposes. If you have trouble understanding or finding attributes of a character, turn to your life. You can easily borrow attributes of people you can know or even strangers you notice. Okay, the first thing that the beginning of the story should be very catchy, otherwise, the reader will not be inclined to read it further. The first sentence of your narrative should catch your reader's attention with an unusual, unexpected, an action or a conflict. Begin with tension and immediacy. Remember that short stories need to start close to there, and it means that in the beginning mention something which actually will be revealed later on, but a hint of it, if given in the beginning, will make the readers curious about it, that what is coming further. Note the difference, that if one this the same thing said in two different ways. I heard my neighbor through the wall. The neighbor behind us practiced scream therapy in his shower almost every day. Now the second sentence catches the reader's attention. Who is this guy who goes in his shower every day and screams? Why does he do that? And what exactly is scream therapy? Now the reader thinks that I must read that story because there is something which is hidden and I don't know and I have to discover it. Write a catchy first paragraph. In order to develop a living, breathing, multifaceted character, it is important to know way more about the character than you will ever use in the story. That when you are developing a character, there is always a main character in the story. You have to ask few questions to yourself. What will the character be like? What does he or she look like? What are the main features of his or her personality? And how does he or she react on certain things? There are a lot of things, you can list them also. Okay, then you have to choose a point of view, that from whose point of view you are writing the story. Is it first person, second person, or the third person? First person is when you are writing the story with I. Second person is when you are saying that you are writing the story and you are directly telling it to someone, then you is used. But mostly we use the third person. We write the story with using third person, in which some third person is is happening the story with it. It is he, she, or it. The third person narrator's perspective can be limited, telling the story from one character's viewpoint, or where the narrator knows everything about all of the characters. Okay, now the dialogues you write should be very meaningful, then should not be meaningless. Dialogue is what your characters say to each other or to themselves. Each speaker gets his her own paragraph, and the paragraph includes whatever you wish to say about what the character is doing when speaking. Okay, how to use the setting and the context. Setting is very important. Most of the time in stories, setting plays a role also. Rather than feed your readers information about the weather, population statistics, or how far it is to the grocery store, substitute descriptive details so your reader can experience the location the way your characters do. It can be helpful to make some sort of timeline to help you decide what should happen, when, and where. Okay, set up the plot. The most important thing. When we write the rough draft, this is the plot we are writing in the rough draft, other than the setting and characterization. That what is going to happen actually. The story must have an introduction, there must be an incident which is called the climax, and then the resolution of the climax, the resolution of the problem, the issue which is introduced in the story. There it must be a conflict and a tension created due to that conflict, that how your character is going to resolve that conflict, and how the story is going to end. The possible conflicts include protagonist against another individual, the protagonist against nature, against society, against God, or against himself or herself. Also, sometimes the character has a fight within himself. Build to a crisis or climax, the story is taken gradually, step by step, towards a climax or the crisis, which is then resolved towards a happy ending. Find a resolution. In short fiction, it is difficult to provide a complete resolution, and you often need to just show that characters are beginning to change in some way or starting to see things differently. That is how a story develops. Okay, now it is time to see that what is today's assignment, which is that you have to write a story in which a diary plays a very important role. This is a CI paper question, and you have to write a story which revolves around a diary. A diary should be of very important. Okay, let me see that how well you keep all these things in your mind and write a story.